In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove and replace your front bumper cover on a Toyota 4Runner. Lift open your hood, and once the hood is open, you'll see this radiator cover right here. It's like a cowl, and there are 9 push pins. On Toyotas, the push pins are very simple. Don't pull them up, push down on the center of them, just like that. You can pop them all 9 of them. Then over to the passenger side, and then just pop them up. Just pull right underneath. So a flathead screwdriver, pocket screwdriver, something really easy to get underneath there. And before you reinstall them, see how the centers pop through? Just take it and push it back out so it looks like that, and then you can reinstall it. So now that you have all 9 lower push pins off, you have 4 more right here on top of this radiator. So the same way, just push them down in, and then pull them out. So total is 13 push pins. Now that all your push pins are up, you just grab this cowl and lift it straight up, set it aside. So you have 2 push pins left now, or body clips in there right here. This is the style that you pull up on. And then the other one is same location on the other side. And then you have 1 bolt in the middle. It's a 6mm bolt. That would be a 10mm socket or wrench. Now we'll pull these clips up. And now we're going to raise our vehicle and go to the fender well. So each fender well is going to be a mirror image. So what we're going to do over here, we're going to have to do over on the other side. So 10mm head for a socket or a wrench, and just take these 3 screws out. Now with a trim tool, you need to get the lip of this bumper cover over this little mounting bracket. So I'll just take this trim tool and I'm going to just pull it right over. Just like that. Now it's clear, do the same to the other side. Then we're going to go up underneath the vehicle to get the front. I'm going to show you 6 bolts, 3 identical on each side. 1, 2, and then 3. Same ones on the opposite side. All a 10mm socket or wrench. We'll remove them one at a time. So now we're back on the ground level. We're going to take our body trim tool. We're going to go right in here and just, like I said before, pop it out. If you need to, give it a good pop right there, and then just give it a pull. Do the same to the other side. So now you have 4 more clips on the top here, and there's 1, 2, and then the same one on the other side, 3, 4. So take all 4 push pins out, use a claw type removal or a flathead screwdriver. Pop them up. And do the same to the other side. So we have the impact sensor on this vehicle. So this is the connector, electrical connector. We're going to disconnect that from the bracket so we can get a better view of the connector itself. Just squeeze those tabs, pull it out. Now you can see the tabs that I'm talking about. We're just going to push down on this top tab right here and pull. Sometimes you have to use a small screwdriver, and that's cool. Just get underneath that tab, pop it, just like that. Now with that sensor disconnected, we're ready to undo these 3 bolts right here. 10mm socket, so there's 6mm bolts with a 10mm socket head. And 1 on the top. Just pull away and set it down. I'm going to drop it right here so that I can see the actual fog light bulb connectors, and I can disconnect them. Now you'll see this fog light cover. Just take it off, just remove it. And you can see the actual connector a little bit easier by doing this. See the tab? I'm going to push down on that. Now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Now you're going to lift your bumper up. Try to center it the best you can. Maybe use the bolt holes as a lineup. I like to do is put at least one bolt in the front here, and that's going to be an actual bolt threaded, not a screw. So I'm going to put that right in so that way the bumper doesn't fall out on me. Just finger tight, and now I can walk around the sides, and I want to line up this body trim. And now you can bring your hand down around. Make sure that lip is right above that clip. Push it up a little bit and give it a good pop. You can hear it all click in. We're all set there. I'm going to put the 3 bolts in the center back on, connect my impact sensor in the front, and then raise her up. So these 3 bolts down below is that 6 millimeter bolt with a 10 millimeter socket head. I'm going to start them by hand. I used a little penetrating spray just to keep them free from rust so the future won't be so difficult. And then one in here. You want to make sure you put this in because that bracket moves freely, kind of. So you're going to want to line that up. Perfect. 10 millimeter socket, snug those up. So here's our impact sensor, and we're going to connect that first, then we'll put it in that little bracket. So line the locks up, hear it click, and then turn that right around and pop it in. So now we're going to plug our fog light in. You're going to grab that connector, the harness for the vehicle, and line it up with the connector, like that, and then squish it till it clicks, just like that. Now I'll put the cover on for the back of that fog light. Just line up the 3 little clips and then push in. Now we can put our fender liner and attach it to that outside bumper, and you'll see these clips. And if you noticed when you took it off, they have these little openings on the inside. So these don't go on the outside, they go in those little butterfly areas. The top one goes right underneath, like that. See the old marking? Sometimes I'll use like a plastic trim tool and I'll just help it along and guide that right in. Then just work my way right down, lining that right up. Plastic is nice because it does have a memory, and it will form and go right, connect right into itself. So now we can take our 3 screws with that 10 millimeter socket head and snug these up. I like to squeeze in, make sure it's pinched. Last one. Now you're going to want to go ahead and do the other side. So these are the 6 screws underneath. You see 3 here, but it's 3 identical per side. So this one goes in the center, then the middle, and the outer one near the fender well. So we're going to go ahead and put them in. So I already took a liberty of spraying the threads on that because it's a bolt thread. That's going to be a 6 millimeter socket. Then the next fat washer one goes right here. You can see the old markings, but it's a screw type, so no need to spray that. And then the last one is that one without a washer. It goes right in that little tab right there. I'll take my 10 millimeter socket and I'm going to snug these all up. And I'm going to repeat that step on the other side. So now we're lowered our vehicle and we're putting the 4 clips in here inside this little inside insert. And they're the long plastic push pins like this. You're good. 4 to go across. The last one here, just push down. And the last 2 pins to put in before we put our top cowl on are these other 2 long ones. Go right here, just push the grill in a little bit, pop that down. And now we can take our top cover and slide that right over the top of everything. Make sure you get it over the top of these outside fender skirts. You want it resting like that. Now we're ready to put in all our small push pins. And once again, these are the type that push in to pop out, so to install, you're going to reverse that. Just push that needle up. I like to line the first one up. Sometimes you can't because they're spread. So I'll just take a small screwdriver or the tip of your finger. I'm not going to pop any in until they're all lined up. Last thing you want to do is push that plastic. Try to manipulate that around while you're lining these up. So go ahead and put all of these in. So there's 13 total of these little small ones. So just work your way around and start installing. All right, now all 13 are in, and here comes the fun part. I pop them down. And that's it. You're all set. When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.